Okay, hi everyone. So my name is Jillian and this is Total Body Circuits. So while I wait for some participants to come in, I'm just going to share my screen for a minute or so and then we can get started. So hi everyone. Once again, this is Total Body Circuits and my name is Jillian. So I'll just take you through the equipment that we're going to need today. So right now I have 3 sets of dumbbells. I have sixes, 10s, and 15s. And then I have a mat. You can use any soft surface you have. And then I also have a bench. So you can use a stool or any kind of like elevated surface, but I would not recommend a chair because we are going to be lying down on the bench. Yeah, so we are going to get started with the warm-up. Oh, and also, by the way, for music, feel free to just listen to your own music in the background. We're not going to be timing anything to the music today, so just feel free to listen to whatever you want. So let's get started with the warm-up. All right, so we're just going to do some arm circles right here. Let's start going backwards, just loosening up the shoulders and the back. And let's go in the opposite direction. You can feel free to do some side to side as well, just to loosen up the shoulders. And in a few seconds, we're going to come down to the mat. Right here, we're going to walk out to the plank position with your hands. Pause at the bottom and walk right back up, keeping a slight bend in those knees as you do so. Solid core brace right here. This is warming up both the upper body and the lower body. And walking down, you're going to meet me in the plank position again. Take one leg out to the side and just open up towards that bent knee and switch sides. Once again, warming up the back, stretching out. Really reach for the ceiling right here. Get some length in those arms. And in a few seconds, we're going to stand up again. And standing it up. Let's do some straight leg kicks. So just kicking your foot to meet your hand. This is warming up our hips as well as our hamstrings. We're going to be doing a lot of lower body stuff today, so it's important to warm up those muscles. And going into some high knees in 3, 2, 1. can take it at a nice, easy pace right here. This is just the warm-up. Getting our heart rates up right here. Some preparation for some cardio. From the side, you're going to lean back and bring your knees right in line with your hips. And let's go with some jumping jacks. 3, 2, 1. Once again, a nice, easy pace. Jumping from the balls of your feet, keeping your knees bent, and touching your hands together at the top. Next up, we're going to do side lunges in 3, 2, 1. A bit more low impact right here, stepping it out to the side, and switch. Keeping that chest lifted throughout. And push off of this outside foot with that bent knee. Our last move of the warm-up is going to be some slow burpees. In 3, 2, 1. Squat down, step it back, up, and stand. If you really want to get warm right here, go ahead and jump those feet back. 15 more seconds. And taking a rest in 3. Stop. All right, so our first circuit right here, I'll let you catch your breath. This is going to be a cardio circuit, so we're just going to have 5 minutes with 1 minute per exercise. Whew, okay, definitely warm right now. So our first move is going to be skaters. So you're going to push off this outside foot to the side, touch down, other side, touch down, next up.
Equipment desk, the supervisor.
Next up we have wide squat jumps. Sorry.
Come over here when you get a chance.
Sorry about that. So next up we have wide to narrow squat jumps. So you're going to come into a narrow squat and then jump out to a wide squat. So narrow, wide. After that we have a forward and backward. Forward bound and shuffle back. So you're going to jump forward, land the squat, and shuffle back. And our final move is going to be a bear plank shuffle. So coming down into the bear plank, your knees are hovering above, taking one leg out to the side, and switch. All right, so I'm just going to grab a sip of water, and then we can get started with that first circuit. All right, and getting started with the skaters in 3, 2, 1. Once again, pushing off of that outside foot, keeping that chest lifted as you touch the other hand to the floor. This will help you get that full range of motion at the bottom. Make sure that you get that explosive move from side to side. You're pushing off of that front leg. See how far you can get with that lateral side to side movement. $15 more right here. Then switching to those wide to narrow squat jumps. Keep up the pace right here. Squat jumps in 3, 2, 1. Low impact option right here. You can just step it out. So squat, step wide, squat, step narrow. You want that higher impact, jump in and out. lifted right here. Keeping those elbows wide will provide you with more resistance. Take that low impact anytime you need it. Driving through those heels. Switching to those high knees. In 3, 2, 1. Right away, get right into it. Using those arms for momentum. Jogging it out right here. See how fast you can get those feet off the floor. Side view for you. Lean slightly back to increase the load on the core. Drive those knees up as close to the chest as possible. We're halfway with this one. Sprint it out. These last 20 seconds, like you're at the end of a race, and you want to be first place. 10 more seconds. Sprinting it out right here. 3, 2, 1. Going into that forward bound, and shuffle back. Landing in that squat position, legs are at a 90-degree angle, core engaged, and shuffle back. If you don't want to max out your legs quite yet, just land in that half squat and don't come all the way down. Challenge yourself right here to increase that range of motion. With this final 20 seconds. After this, we're going into our finisher, that bear plank shuffle. Making sure you keep driving through those glutes. Those are going to give you that explosive power you need. Switching in 3, 2, 1. Coming into that bear plank. On fours, and hover the knees up, leg steps out to the side. Other side. If you're feeling good right here, you want to pick up that pace. Go ahead and jump those legs out. Making sure to keep your hips in line with your shoulders. Don't spike them up like this. Challenge yourself. Keep those feet light as they come down. To really reduce the impact on the joints and to speed up that movement. See if you can make as little noise as possible with those feet for these last 10 seconds. How fast can you go? Resting 3, 2, 1. That is our final cardio move for that circuit. And next up, we have strength. Take a moment right here to catch your breath and get as much water as you need. Our next move is going to be a cardio circuit, lower body strength circuit. So we have 6 minutes in this circuit, and we're going to do a series of 4 moves, or 3 moves, I apologize. And first you're going to grab your 2 heavy dumbbells, and we're going to do elevated lunges, so coming over to your bench. One leg, the back leg is stacked on top of the bench, and you're going to do lunge, 5 on each side. That's going to be your first move. The second move after that is a sumo squat. So grabbing that 1 heavy dumbbell, feet come outside the hips, you're going to squat down, then touch, and jump. So down for 1, and jump for 1. You're going to do 10 of those, and then your final move is going to be deadlifts. So you're going to grab those 2 heavy dumbbells again, feet under the hips, in line with the shoulders, and deadlift down to the knees, and come back. Deadlift for 10, keeping that neutral spine. So you have 10 reps of 3 moves, and you want to get through as many rounds as possible of those 3 moves in 6 minutes. So your goal is going to be around 3 sets of those 3 moves. Getting started in 10, grabbing those 2 heavy dumbbells. And we're starting in 3, 2, 1. Back leg stacked on the bench. Lunge. 5 per side. And switch when you're done with 5. Making sure that your shoulders are in line with your hips, maintaining a straight spine so you're not leaning over that knee. Full extension at the top, make sure you squeeze those glutes. And right away, when you're done with those, going into those sumo squats, down for 1, 2, 3, 4, for 10. Making sure you're squeezing those glutes at the top. And you can keep a slight bend in your knees at the top as well to keep that load in the legs. If at any point you need to reduce the load, you can go with a lighter dumbbell or just do this with body weight. Challenging yourself right here to get through as many rounds as possible. But try not to speed through these movements because you want to prevent injury. And we really want to isolate those muscles and make them work hard. Making sure that we're doing strength and not cardio. In these deadlifts, you want to feel it in your hamstrings and the back of your legs. Feel that pull on the hamstrings as you drive through the heels. It's like you're pushing the floor down. Keeping that core engaged so you're not working your back. When you're done with that one round, going right into the second one. In these lunges, you want both of your legs to form a 90-degree angle, just like in those squats. Feeling that press through the back of your legs. You're halfway through this circuit right here. You've got 3 minutes left for you to get through as many rounds as possible. In this sumo squat, I'll give you a side view. Feet are outside the hips. You're keeping your upper body as straight as possible, even like you're leaning back slightly. And this will work the outside glutes. Coming up on 2 minutes left. See if you can get through 3 rounds. Once again, if your legs are feeling fatigued, we want to prevent injury, so you can go ahead and drop the weight. But challenge yourself to push through with as much weight as possible because we want those legs to get stronger. Less than 2 minutes left right here. You can shake out those hands once in a while. Once again, proud chest right here in these lunges. We want that load to be evenly distributed over both legs. The only difference is each leg is loaded in slightly different muscle groups because of that one elevated back leg. They're still both working hard. In this final minute right here, see if you can finish your final round. Slow and controlled movements. You want to maintain that form. Feel the bite in the back of the legs each time you lower down the weight in these sumo squats. 30 seconds left right here. Can you finish your last few reps? Coming up on these last few seconds. Finishing in 3, 2, 1. Good job. Oh, those legs are really feeling it right here. That's a good sign. That means you worked hard. Once again, catch your breath and grab some water. So our next circuit is going to be a little different than our first cardio circuit. We're going to do a bit of Tabata for 4 minutes. So we have 3 rounds of 20 seconds on and 10 seconds off. So our first exercise is going to be star jumps. So coming down to a squat and then jump up, extending arms and legs so you're forming the star. So squat down and jump up. If you want, just go for some regular jumping jacks. And then the one after that is going to be lateral ski jumps. So feet are glued together and jump side to side like a skier going down a hill. And if you want a low impact option for that, just step it lightly side to side. All right, so we're gonna get started in 30 seconds. Once again, this is 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, just alternating those 2 moves for 4 minutes. Getting ready for those star jumps in 5, 3, 2, 1. 20 seconds right here. Fast as possible. Max effort right here. Max speed for this short amount of time. Down and up, fast as you can. Launching with those legs, extending those arms, and rest. Lateral ski jumps in 3, 2, 1. Fast jumping side to side. See if you can glue those feet together. You're dodging those hills on the way down the ski slope. Pressing in 3. And stop. Heart rate is elevated right here. These are for speed, not so uncontrolled like the strength. And star jumps. Fast as you can right here. Chest is lifted at the bottom. Coming down for that full squat. Challenge yourself to go faster every time. And rest. Coming down for those ski jumps. And go. Once again, keeping the core tight so that those feet can stay together. Your body is still. The legs are moving. And rest. We're halfway through this circuit right here. It's quick, but it's efficient. And star jumps. Right here. This isn't working for you. Take the modification. Just do jumping jacks. Believe me, these are just as tough. Feet are jumping in and out, fast as possible. And rest. You're over halfway through. This is going to be our last couple of rounds. Ski jumps, and go. You're engaging your obliques right here to really get that tight lateral movement. Your goal is not to spread out side to side, but to get side to side as fast as possible and rest. And star jumps. Last round right here. Max effort, max speed, max explosion. Launch it through with the strength you built up in the legs. And rest. Coming in for our last round. Ski jumps. And go. Final 20 seconds right here. Tighten our foot movement. Glue those feet together. And go for speed. Resting. 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right. So that was our final cardio circuit of the class. Now we just have our final 2 circuits for strength and core. Really catching your breath right here. The Tabata is pretty tough. Making sure you're really taking the time to catch your breath, because a proper recovery is important, so that you really give it your all in these last 2 circuits. So our upper body strength circuit is going to be the same format as lower body. So we have, except I'm adding an additional move. So we have 4 moves with 8 reps each. And your goal in these 6 minutes is to get through as many rounds as possible. So for our first move, I'm grabbing the 6-pound dumbbells, and we're going to do 8 reverse flies. So I'll show you, you're going to bend over at a 45-degree angle, slight bend in the elbows, and pinch those shoulders together at the back, like so, for 8. And then staying with these 6-pounders, you're bringing arms to goal post, and you're coming in for a pec deck, and press up to the top, that's 1 rep. This is 2, and 3 for 8. Next up, I'm coming to the bench, and I'm grabbing my 10 pounds, so my medium dumbbells, and lying down. You're going to do 8 chest flies. So this is just like the reverse flies, except it's a front movement. Those are for 10. And then finally, we're doing 10 tricep extensions, like so, for 8. All right, so we have just about 30 seconds until we're going to start that next circuit. So catching your breath, and we're getting ready with those your set of light dumbbells and your set of medium dumbbells. And getting started in 10 seconds. Reverse flies in 3, 2, 1. All right, so bending over, we're going for 8 reps right here. Really feeling that pinch in the back of your shoulder blades. And once you're done with those, arms come to 90 degrees, in and up for 8. That's 3. Try to fully extend those arms at the top. Lock out those elbows right here. That full range of motion to work the upper shoulders. And once you're done with those, we're doing those chest flies. Slight bend in the elbows right here. Make sure you're not totally touching those dumbbells together at the top. And bringing arms as wide as possible for that full range of motion at the bottom. For those tricep extensions, shoulders are stacked on top, elbows are stacked on top of shoulders. And try to really keep your elbows in the same place, so you're really isolating the back of those arms to work the triceps. And drawing those elbows in together, so you're not working the back as much. You already knocked out 2 minutes of this circuit. Once again, aiming for 3 rounds of these moves, just like in the lower body. It's important to go light for these shoulder-oriented ones, because you're doing lots of reps and high burn. Once again, fully straightening at the top, and try to touch those elbows together in the middle. See if you can get a bit of hang time at the top. Pausing slightly to really press those shoulders together. And chest flies right here. Once again, elbows come down to the bench level, but no lower. Really feeling that chest press at the bottom. And tricep extensions. Fully walking out those elbows at the top. So you're really working that full tricep in the back of your arm. Just like in the lower body circuit, if you feel that your arms are overly fatiguing and you want to drop or reduce the weight, that's totally fine. Oh, reverse flies right here. I'll show you a side view. So elbows come up in line with the shoulders, but no higher. Really leading with the elbows, so you're not just yanking the weight up with your hand. This will ensure that you really feel it in the back of your shoulders. And side view for the pec decks as well. Really making sure that elbows are strong in their 90 degrees. Pinch them close together, maintaining that angle. And press straight up at the top. Slight bend in those knees. You're really working hard right here. We have just about 1 minute left in this circuit. Giving it all the strength you got right here. Those arms are tired, that's good. That means they're getting stronger. Fighting through this fatigue right here, because that is what is going to get those muscles changing and give you those results. Just know that if you're tired, so is everyone else that's doing the workout. If you can't do it for yourself, do it for them. Don't give up. Do it to make yourself proud and make them proud. Just know that at the end of the day, you will have accomplished something, and you'll feel a lot better if you know that you put in all the effort and work through all the moves, because you can do it. Coming up on the end of this circuit, give me 5 more seconds right here. And resting in 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right, so we have our final circuit of the day right here, and this is going to be core. So I'm just going to move my bench out of the way so you can get a better view. All right, so we're not going to need any equipment for this core circuit. This is going to be 5 minutes, altogether 1 minute per exercise. So let's take you through that right now. Okay. So your first one, you're coming onto your forearms into the plank position, and you're going to step 1 foot out to the side, in, other foot out to the side, and in. You can also take this on the knees and step the knee out as well. Next up, we have a right side plank. So stacking hips on top of each other, and you can put 1 foot in front of the other. You're going to go into the right side plank, and then the last 30 seconds, we're going to pulse up and down. You can also keep that bottom knee bent to reduce the load. And the next minute will be the other side. After that, we're flipping around to the back. If you want, this is optional. You can take a light dumbbell for these jackknives. We're going to curl in and come out and up to the feet. So in, out, up, and down. And last up, we have bicycles, so dropping that dumbbell. Taking those elbows wide, feet extend, and try to touch that shoulder to knee with bicycle crunches. All right, so we're going to get started in just about 10 seconds. So grabbing that last sip of water and flipping around to start the plank. In 3, 2, and 1. You can take this on the hands as well. Step out. Alternating feet each rep. Making sure that your shoulders are right on top of your wrists. And feeling that mind to muscle connection right here. So if you feel like you're not feeling it in the core right now, really brace those abs, clench them tight, and tuck those hips under. It should light up your core. Every time your feet move, your abs have to brace harder to stabilize that upper body. Keep working through for 15 more seconds. Switching to that right side plank in 3, 2, 1. Stuck one foot in front of the other and really reach up with that hand toward the ceiling. This will help you keep that bottom hip lifted and engage those obliques. In 10 seconds, we're going to pulse it out for the second half. And pulse it right here. Really press that bottom forearm to the mat. Imagine that your upper body is in between 2 panes of glass right here, and you don't want to touch on the front or the back. So really stacking those hips in front of each other, on top of each other, to keep your body in line. And flipping around to that left side. Once again, stacking feet in front of each other. Or if the load is too much right here, just bend that bottom knee and keep that knee on the floor. Feel that hand pull you up towards the ceiling. Making sure that your bottom hip is lifted as high as possible. If you're not feeling that pinch in your side right now, lift the hips even higher. And we're going to pulse it in 3, 2, 1. Pulsing it up and down. Short movement right here. But this is really going to finish up the obliques for us. Final 10 seconds. And then we're flipping it around. Flipping in 3, 2, 1. Once again, grabbing that optional light dumbbell if you need it. And go ahead and extend arms and legs out. In, up, and down. In, up, lift the shoulders up, out, in, up, and if you want, lift that tailbone up as well to engage the lower abs. Try to touch the dumbbell up, down, making sure that you really lift the shoulder blades up off the mat to engage the upper abs. Really exhaling when you bring the legs towards the ground, because this is the hardest part of the move. Pressing that lower back in and drop the weight. Final move right here is those bicycle crunches. Elbows come wide and twisting right here. Because you want to keep the elbows wide, you want to try to touch the knee to the shoulder instead of the opposite elbow. Keeping the elbows wide is important to provide resistance throughout this move. This is your final 25 seconds of the class. Really putting in the effort for this final move of class. Shoulder comes up and across, feeling that rotation throughout the core. You're giving me 5 more seconds right here. Keep it moving for 3, 2, and 1. Good job, everyone. Whew. Okay, so right now we are going to take a couple deep breaths, catch your breath, and then we're going to go through the cool down. So just grab some water right here, just towel off if you need it. Feel free if you're listening to your own music to switch it to more relaxing music. And when you're ready, bring it to a child's pose. Bring your knees to the width of the mat and sit back on those heels. And deep breaths. And when you're ready, we're going to sit up and bring it to hip flexor. Untuck that back foot. And bring it back for a hamstring stretch. Slight bend and the leg back for stretching. And sit back towards the heels to stretch the leg out. And go ahead and switch legs. Bring the other hip flexor forward. Really feel that stretch through the front of the leg. And bring it back to the other side for a hamstring stretch. Really feeling that length in the back of your legs. You want to stretch out the hamstrings. They worked hard today. Always the glute-oriented movements. And we're going to go ahead and stand it up. Keep your balance and bring it back. That heel for a quad stretch. Go ahead and flex that foot that you're holding right now. And go ahead and switch legs. Really feeling that length in the quad right here. And making sure that you maintain that deep breathing. And when you're ready, we're going to take one leg behind the other and stretch out that T-band. And switch sides. And go ahead and bring one arm across for a shoulder stretch. Stretching out the arms from all those overhead presses we did. And go ahead and switch sides. And bring this arm back for a tricep stretch. Stretching out the back of your arms. And switch sides. And when you're ready, taking one more deep breath in through the nose. And up through the mouth. Go ahead and shake out those legs, shake out those arms. And that is our class for today. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all had a great workout. I hope you could follow along with me. And yeah, I hope you challenge yourself, and I hope you continue watching every Wednesday for more total body circuits. So once again, thank you all for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.